Welcome into a special edition of Weekend Drive. I'm meteorologist Ricky Matthews. From the mountains to the lakes, we've explored our region over the past year to show you some of the hidden gems across our region. One of those hidden gems is found in the town of Clintwood, where the name Ralph Stanley means so much. Nestled into the streets of Clintwood in Dickinson County is a unique place which showcases the life of a man who had a momentous impact on our region.
They see Dr. Ralph's life story, his life story from his beginnings here in Dickinson County all the way up until the museum opened in 2004. And most of the items in this museum were donated from Dr. Ralph's personal collection.
You'll find awards, instruments, and mementos which give a glimpse into the man who defined bluegrass music.
Dr. Ralph Stanley really had a tremendous impact on the music world when bluegrass became mainstream with the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. People really realized what bluegrass, mountain music, and old-time country music fans have known for half a century.
A special type of music that the museum wants the residents of our area to come out and enjoy.
Local people can come enjoy the music that we have with their events and, learn about the history of Dickinson County, of their home. And we really want all kinds of people to be involved. Staying in Southwest Virginia, we're going to head down the road a little bit to the Appalachian Showcase, where you can find unique artwork and crafts made by local vendors. Created in 2004, the Appalachian Showcase allows artists to display their work and allows you to bring a unique piece home with you.
We have books and music. We have jewelry handmade locally.
The showcase is located in the Clapboard House, a staple in Wise County since the late 70s. Each of the items is sourced locally from about a 150-mile radius from more than 70 different craftsmen and artists.
I value crafts, and I value the mountain people, and I love their color and their creativity. And because we have to make our own fun and entertain ourselves, that's been the history anyway, a lot of us express ourselves through our arts and crafts.
Each item also speaks to the characteristics of Appalachia, which people then take far and wide.
Things have been shipped overseas. They've been taken to Michigan, Florida, a lot of different places all over.
So the next time you're in Wise County, make a pit stop and bring a piece of Appalachia home with you from your weekend drive. Perhaps a good place to pick up a gift if you're looking for one of those. It seems like you can't go anywhere nowadays without a cell phone in hand, and perhaps that's a good thing in this story. We had a chance to learn what geocaching is at Bays Mountain and how you can get involved. The days of taking the map out and looking for a hidden treasure are over. Meet geocaching, the scavenger hunt and recreational activity of the 21st century.
This is a great opportunity for families to do this together because there's no age restriction, and we've had several families up here doing this. It's something that doesn't cost anything to come up here and do, so you can come up, and there's over 130 geocaches here at Bays Mountain.
To start, you download the geocaching app on your cell phone and sign up for a free account. Then, pick the geocache you want to find and head outdoors. The app will guide you using a compass and alert you when you get close to a geocache. Then, it's time for you to search. Kilgore tells me that all the geocache points are above ground, but not all of them are in plain sight. You really have to search to find some, as they may be hidden under objects. Once you do, make sure you log the find, both on the paper inside the geocache and on the app.
Become a phenomenon. I mean, you'll see folks, we have a group here called New Cache Order in the Tri-Cities that kind of oversee the geocaching, but they have people, wanting to be members from Wisconsin and Arizona, and you'll see on TV all these folks worldwide finding different trinkets, and sometimes there's more valuable things that they find, and historical landmarks are involved, and so it's a way to get some education involved in it as well.
Bays Mountain Planetarium is one of the very few in our region offering shows about astronomy and the world around us.
In our theater, it is an educational opportunity. We consider our theater an alternative classroom.
Shows in the planetarium differ from a movie theater. They're live, allowing you to ask questions.
Our goal is to not only educate but inspire people about the night sky.
And so some of the shows at the planetarium come from other planetariums, but Bays Mountain also produces many in-house. These shows are then distributed worldwide.
More than half of the United States, have our shows. We have shows in Russia, China, Australia.
So what goes into making a planetarium show? Let's give you a little behind-the-scenes tour. The first step is to think of an idea. Then it's time to design and model, a process that can be quite complex.
The lens affects the layer, the spaceship background with this console panel thing, that's a layer. That's a layer of the actual robot floating around.
From there, the show is rendered and then shown to visitors using high-tech equipment.
The star projector right here, the large dumbbell-shaped object, that's the optical star projector. There are motors in there, there are lamps, there are lenses, and it can reproduce all of these celestial motions that the Earth does so that it can recreate the sky correctly for any place on the Earth and at most any time.
If you want to see a show, Bays Mountain Planetarium offers daily shows Tuesday through Sunday for $5. If you're a space nerd like me, that's a definite that you want to go to. All right, coming up, they're cute, cuddly, and they make good hiking buddies. The perfect hiking companion revealed when we return.
Win this Pals tumbler by sharing your joy. In the Pals 15 Seconds of Joy shown on WCYB. Find fame and the fortune of owning this exclusive Pals tumbler just for shooting video and uploading it to palsweb.com/joy.
Want to lose weight? Get started today at Weight Loss Success, a specialty clinic with proven results.
I decided to lose weight when my knees hurt all the time and getting dressed was a nightmare. Working here, I can relate with others, just like Darren, who's had great results. And look at me now.
Weight Loss Success is celebrating 15 years with a Biggest Loser contest now through the end of the year for a cash prize of $500 and specials going on now. Find the new you at Weight Loss Success in Johnson City.
Statistically, 1 in 3 Americans is pre-diabetic, and most of them don't know.
A lot of people are having no idea
how you can reverse the early stages of diabetes. In Sinclair Cares, Friday at 5 on News 5.
Papa Lock can handle all locksmithing needs for your home or office. We also can make and program automotive keys and remotes. Open 24/7, Papa Lock of the Tri-Cities is your trusted locksmith.
Tri-Cities, the countdown has begun for the Zach's Furniture Black Friday weekend sale with huge markdowns throughout our entire showroom. Doorbusters like this leather flex steel sofa with power reclining and power headrest, just $13.99. Plus, you'll get a free 50-inch 4K HD TV. And for this sale, get a free sales tax discount or 4 years free financing. It's the greatest Black Friday sale on the planet. The Zach's Black Friday weekend sale.
You got to get the Zach's.
New Hyundai Elantras, 0 down, $279 a month, only at Friendship.
Mink & Company's annual warehouse sale. Come early for the best selection and variety of gift wrapping and stocking stuffers. Hundreds of thousands of gift items from fine chocolates to novelty gifts. Located off I-81, exit 22 in Abingdon.
Welcome back. The largest park in Bristol, Tennessee offers a plethora of things to explore, including a newly remodeled nature center. Check it out. Steel Creek Park's Nature Center just underwent a major overhaul, which makes it the perfect destination no matter the season.
Of course, we've got it at a nice 68 degrees in here today.
The layout of the Nature Center is set up to where you can follow the seasons and follow the animals that you may see in Steel Creek Park during those seasons as well. From autumn all the way to winter, there's a lot of different animals and a lot of different varieties of trees and plants that you may see throughout the year.
It allows us to provide a better interpretive environment to showcase the natural history and the biodiversity of Steel Creek Park. And that's our core mission, is to act as a window into the park to let people experience the park without actually seeing every square inch of it.
As you walk through and explore the Nature Center, look closely. There's lots of artifacts and other things hidden beneath the displays. All the animals and exhibits in the center showcase the nature you can find at Steel Creek Park. From fish to birds to turtles, there's a little bit of everything. Stout tells me a really popular exhibit at the Nature Center is Big Snappy, the snapping turtle.
He's been here since the late 90s, and he was not a baby when we got him, so all we can do is estimate his age. With snapping turtles, they do tend to get a very smooth shell as they get older. And as you can see, he's still got some of the sort of pyramidal shaped texturing on his shell, which tells us that he's not very old. He's probably middle age, maybe 30, 40 years old.
Admission to the Nature Center is free, but park admission is $2 per car. All right, if you're looking for a hiking companion, we may have found the perfect one. Wandering Llamas in Greene County offers you the opportunity to explore our region with the help of these cute little guys. This cute guy may make the perfect hiking companion the next time you want to explore the outdoors.
Oh, they're very curious, they're funny, they're interesting, and they'll spot wildlife like that. You could see a squirrel in the tree, you can spot a deer, they'll let you know when something's around.
Sandy Sagrillo is the owner of Wandering Llamas, which leads people on hikes in the beautiful Tennessee and North Carolina mountains with these fellas.
Llamas are part of the camelid family. It's camels, llamas, alpacas, and then the two wild versions, which are vicuñas and guanacos. And that's the camelid family. And in Peru and in South America, they've been a work source for thousands of years.
On the hikes, the llamas do the work, carrying the gear so you don't have to.
We have a short trek. It's only a couple hours long. Anybody can do it. Little kids can lead them. They're very gentle. And then we also have an all-day hike where you can go all day and we sit and we have lunch, and the llamas wear the packs and they'll carry your gear, tables, chairs, coolers. We set it up, have a beautiful lunch out in the mountains.
One of the great things that makes llamas such great hiking partners, is their feet.
They have pads like a cat or a dog, and they also have two toes, so they're very sure-footed, and you'd never even know that the llama has walked on a trail. They don't tear up the trail like the horses do.
If you want to go on a hike with Sandy and her adorable llamas, head online to WCYB.com. We've got all the contact information you need to set up your adventure. And despite what most people think, Sandy tells me when raised properly, llamas won't spit at people.
Once you hike with a llama, you never want to go hiking alone.
All right, have you ever wondered how some of Dollywood's most popular attractions are designed? We're going to take you behind the scenes of one at Splash Country next.
Karastan is celebrating 90 years of tradition. Abingdon Rug is getting in on the fun by offering huge savings on all Karastan rugs in stock. This is one party you don't want to miss. Abingdon Rug, the right rug at the right price.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
For 30-odd years, Daddy worked underground and carried his dinner bucket.
Hello, friends. This is Ralph Stanley II. You're listening to one of my hit songs, Daddy's Dinner Bucket. So many people in our area relate to that song. Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for over 30 years.
Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds, attorneys at law, Social Security Disability.
Remember this, cannot change the laws of God. When He has visited you in some form of adversity, and He brings you through that, that's like He has increased the strength of the foundation of your life in your faith in Him.
Take $13,000 off new Ram trucks only at Friendship.
If you've ever been to Splash Country at Dollywood, chances are you've jumped in the wave pool. But do you know how those waves are formed? I went behind the scenes on this edition of Weekend Drive to show you how all the fun is made. To get ocean-like waves in the middle of the mountains, it takes a little engineering and a lot of water. 500,000 gallons of water to be exact, which can be moved in many different ways.
We use a pretty slow, flat wave because through the years we've found out that a lot of the people that come to the park are not really that familiar with, ocean waves and how that affects things. This system, however, is very capable of 8 different wave patterns, a rather high curl in the center, so it can push a lot of water if we wanted to do that.
The wave pool uses a system of pipes, compressors, and pumps, which use forced air to push the water.
When one's open, the other one's closed. Okay. So right now, this one's up, letting air come back, that one's closed, holding the air from going up, out, into the wave pool.
It is like a breathing thing, and we've had a number of years to be able to figure out what works best for our guests.
The waves run for 5 minutes with a calm period in between, offering families a chance to jump in and get ready before the next tidal wave hits Pigeon Forge.
Buy any new Jeep with a free lifetime warranty included, only at Friendship.
Bring in the holiday magic when you save both time and money at Food City. Make the most of every family tradition and wow your guests. All season long, it's how the holidays happen.
This week through Thanksgiving Day, save on frozen Butterball turkey, 99 cents per pound. Food City Fresh Ground Round, $3.99 per pound. Halo oranges, $3.88 per 3-pound bag, and more. Only at Food City.
Value every day, Food City.
Hello, I'm Marcus Lynch. If you live in Southwest Virginia and have Virginia Medicaid plus Medicare, you may qualify for extra dental, vision, and transportation benefits at no extra cost to you. Call me at 800-876-5821 to learn more. With Medicare and Virginia Medicaid, you may be entitled to benefits like dental and vision at no extra cost to you. Call me today to learn how you can start getting these extra benefits. That's 800-876-5821.
Talk about pulling a rabbit out of your hat. Well, folks, I ain't got no hat. So how about pulling up to $14,000 in savings on brand new 2018 GMC Sierra trucks? That's right, up to $14,000 on brand new 2018 GMC Sierra SLT crew cab trucks. That's right, that's unheard of. That's just like, what? Up to $14,000. You need to make the short trip to Baca Bernard, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC Cadillac right here in Greenville, where as always, I'm gonna save you money.
Mink & Company's annual warehouse sale. Come early for the best selection and variety of gift wrapping and stocking stuffers. Hundreds of thousands of gift items from fine chocolates to novelty gifts. Located off I-81, exit 22 in Abingdon.
Papa Lock can handle all locksmithing needs for your home or office. We also can make and program automotive keys and remotes. Open 24/7, Papa Lock of the Tri-Cities is your trusted locksmith.
All right, many of you know that I love airplanes. So when I had the chance to climb aboard a 1920s era aircraft and fly over our beautiful countryside, I jumped at the opportunity. Here's a little bit of information on the history of the Ford Trimotor. Air travel in the late 20s looked much different than today's fast-paced travel. The Ford Trimotor, built in the late 1920s, is a 3-motor passenger plane, the first all-metal airliner in the United States. This particular aircraft participated in the transcontinental air transport, which allowed people to get from New York City to Los Angeles, one coast to coast, in about 48 hours with a combination of some airplanes and trains. It may sound like a lot now, but back in the late 20s, that was a pretty remarkable stat.
Sure, it vibrated and shook a bit, and it went 85 miles an hour instead of 500 miles per hour, but for its day, it was very, very advanced, very advanced. Its reliability factor was way beyond anything else being used as an airliner in those days.
The Ford Trimotor was able to take about 10 passengers and 3 crew with them on their flight.
If the ducks lined up and the stars were aligned, you'd make it from coast to coast in 48 hours, which was half of the time strictly on a train. First night you would spend on a train. You'd board the train in New York, ride a sleeper car to Columbus, Ohio, walk across Fifth Avenue to the new Port Columbus Airport. You would board a Ford Trimotor, ride all day on a Ford Trimotor, and that night you'd get on a train again and ride all night on the train. And then the next morning get back on a Ford Trimotor and ride all day to LA.
The Experimental Aircraft Association, or EAA, takes this plane on tour across the United States.
We bring it to the people. Rather than have the people have to go to Washington, D.C. to see the one that hangs up at the Air and Space Museum, or go to the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan to see one of these, we bring it to the people. And not only do we do that, we give them a chance to ride in it and experience what the airline experience was in 1928.
And from antique aircraft to remote control aircraft, the Johnson City Radio Control Club offers you the chance to come out and learn how to fly RC planes with the help of their experienced flyers. I had the chance to do just that at their airport off Eastern Star Road and take my hand at flying. If you didn't know better, you may think this was a full-scale jet. Nowadays, RC model planes have become so intricate and detailed, it's hard to tell. From props to jets to drones, RC flying allows aviation enthusiasts to enjoy many different forms of the hobby. The Johnson City Radio Control Club meets weekly on Tuesday evenings during the summer at their field off Eastern Star Road.
We've got this great field, nice runway, place to fly, place to recharge our batteries, get our planes up, and fix our planes if we need, or get advice from other people.
That advice is especially helpful when you're first learning to fly.
It's good to have a group of people to bounce off of, to learn from.
If you're interested in getting involved, Doug says the best way is to join a club like theirs.
We do that with a buddy box arrangement. Each person has, the trainee has his own transmitter, his own controller. The trainer has one, and the trainer will take the plane off, we'll fly it, and get it in the air, and let the other guy take over from his buddy box. And when he gets into trouble, which he probably will, the trainer can take over immediately and keep the plane from crashing.
Remote control flying also has educational aspects, which Doug invites local schools to get involved in.
It's a good thing for schools to get into for their STEM programs because it embodies the science of flying, the technology of flying, engineering and mechanical operations.
The club invites anyone to come out, visit, and consider getting involved. For more information, visit them online at flyjcrc.com. And if you've ever been involved in aviation, you know that's the much cheaper way to get involved. All right, coming up, we're going to go back in time to show you some of the history of our region.
Have you been charged with a crime? Do you know your constitutional rights? For a free criminal defense consultation with an experienced Tennessee, Virginia criminal defense attorney, call 423-291-8021. Jim Williams and Associates, Attorneys at Law.
You know, Louis, there sure is a lot for families to enjoy in the Tri-Cities.
You know, Deputy, you're right. You know, Bath Fitter has a tradition of putting customers #1.
I know, and you've been doing it for over 30 years. That's why Bath Fitter manufactures our quality materials in Tennessee and only use trained technicians. Then we stand behind all of our work with a lifetime warranty. Give Bath Fitter a call and find out how you can become a part of the Bath Fitter family.
So Bobby's still looking for work. I'm working 2 jobs, and Emma just broke her new glasses. I don't know how I'm going to afford any new ones.
Let's go.
What about your chain?
Wait till we're outside.
See you, Shirley.
Merry Christmas.
Go ahead.
Dad, you left like $100.
Don't worry about that. I'll get it back.
I don't understand.
Someday you will.
Want to lose weight? Get started today at Weight Loss Success, a specialty clinic with proven results.
I decided to lose weight when my knees hurt all the time and getting dressed was a nightmare. Working here, I can relate with others, just like Darren, who's had great results. And look at me now.
Weight Loss Success is celebrating 15 years with a Biggest Loser contest now through the end of the year for a cash prize of $500 and specials going on now. Find the new you at Weight Loss Success in Johnson City.
Have you been charged with a crime? Do you know your rights as a criminal defendant? For a free criminal defense consultation with an experienced Tennessee, Virginia criminal defense attorney, call 276-250-3701. Jim Williams and Associates, Attorneys at Law.
The year, 1863. The location, Greene County, Tennessee. General Burnside, the Union commander, left Nashville heading east. Andrew Johnson, one of the Confederates, out of East Tennessee. In East Tennessee, John Williams had come down out of Virginia with an army of 3,000 men. The two would clash in Blue Springs in a fight over control of the East Tennessee Railroad. If you visit the site, you can still see remnants of Civil War history. Where I'm walking today is actually a trench that during the Civil War and the Battle of Blue Springs, Confederate soldiers would be stationed so they could shoot down on the Union soldiers below.
They had rifle trenches on the hill. They had rifle pits here. They had artillery. They had Williams guns. There was a artillery battery up on this hill, and at that time, the hill wrapped around. This was like a bowl. So
inside that bowl, the conflict ensued.
So when the Union soldiers came across that field, the 79th New York Highlanders, they came upon the outskirts of the rifle pits, and those guys shot a couple shots and withdrew. So the Highlanders, thinking they were running, of course, took off after them in hot pursuit, and they came in here and they were in a crossfire that just mowed them down.
The Union soldiers would ultimately win when the Confederates retreated. All right, the town of Saltville is one that has a pretty unique history. History that traces back to one unique mineral, salt. I learned why salt is so important in the town when I had the chance to explore and visit the Museum of the Middle Appalachians. Salt is essential to life, and perhaps no other town knows that better than Saltville. Janice Orr is with the Museum of the Middle Appalachians in Saltville, which tells the story of the town. She tells me dating back to the Ice Age, Saltville became a popular spot.
The mammoth and the mastodon came here to satisfy a natural instinct for salt.
Predators in the form of people soon follow. The Paleo Indians and the Woodland Indians settled in Saltville first.
We do have some evidence of a stone tool that was found here and radiocarbon dated at about 14,000 years.
From there, the Europeans settled.
Salt was a lucrative business, and there were a few people historically who became quite famous.
As the salt business grew, so did Saltville, and then the Civil War broke out.
The Union Army came in on 2 different occasions to try to take control of the salt works or to destroy it.
Once the war ended, the Industrial Revolution took shape. In the 20th century, industry took over the town of Saltville, leading to a ginormous economic boom. The Matheson Corporation opened a soda ash plant, and later plants for cyanide and rocket fuel production would open. Saltville was booming, and the people benefited greatly.
Built a school, they built a hospital. There is a nice golf course here in town that is the result of the company.
In the late 60s and 70s, marketing issues and environmental restrictions would hurt the plants, and in 1970, the company was forced to close. While the Saltville of today is no longer the booming town it once was, salt is still produced there today. In the late 1990s, Duke Energy was looking for a place to store its natural gas, and Saltville was selected because of its salt wells. To store it, they had to remove the salt from past industry and contracted a salt company to do so, who currently removes tons of salt per day. To this day, the history of Saltville all circles back to the discovery of salt.
It's not that the salt was here after the town came. The town is here because the salt was here.
All right, we hope you enjoyed this special edition of Weekend Drive. If you have an idea for a place we could check out, send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, or via email. Thanks for watching.
Hey, it's your old cuddle buddy, Grumpy Bear.
And me, Cheer Bear.
Remember how happy you were when you got us for the holidays?
Yeah, happy!
Get that feeling again with the Honda CR-V during Happy Honda Days.
Hooray!
It's a 2018 KBB.com Best Buy.
Woo!
And it comes with standard multi-angle rear view camera.
Yay!
Get something you love during Happy Honda Days with great deals on the Honda CR-V right now at your Honda dealer.